Today at FullOnDrums.com, it's all about the funk. We're here today with a fantastic drummer, Bennie Rodgers II. We're going for a tight funk sound today. It's all about articulation and mid-range punch. So Bennie, what'd you bring?
Well, first, thank you for even having me. When you called me about the session, said it was a funk session, I immediately went to my 13-inch SLP Tama snare and my 22-inch Babinga bass drum, along with my fusion size toms 10, 12, and 16 to get the body that I want. On it, I have the Onyx heads made by Evans. Usually I like to go with the G2s or the hydraulics, also made by Evans. And of course, I always have the Evans EMAD too. It's an industry standard, everybody knows this. You'll hear it on every recording I do, every gig, unless I'm playing jazz. Also my snare, it works best with the HD dry. My cymbals, I have 18-inch crashes by Sabian, Evolutions, that's the series I love. Nothing smaller. 10-inch splash, ozone splash. It's nice and it's crisp, but also trashy enough that it still cuts, you know. A dry raw bell, that's what it is, by Sabian. I love the ride. It's dry, but still I can dig into it, and the bell is awesome. And then I got my 15-inch hats. People say funk 15s doesn't quite mix, but try these. They're the Evolution hats made by Sabian. I can dig into them when I need to, and they cut enough for the engineers to be happy in the control room and whatnot. So that's kind of what I thought of when you called me for it.
Well, we're going to hear Bennie tear it up in just a minute, but before that, let's see how this sucker's mic'd up.
On the hats is an AKG C451B with the 10 dB pad and 150 Hz roll-off. Inside the kick is a Sennheiser 421 placed several inches inside the hole. Outside is an NS10 woofer used as a sub-kick. On the top of the snare is a Shure Unidyne 357, a couple inches above the snare, about an inch outside the rim. On the bottom is a Shure Beta 57A. The toms are all Sennheiser 421s, about a half inch above the rim at a shallow angle pointed towards the center of the drum. The overheads are a pair of AKG 452s in an XY configuration, and the mono room is a Coles 4038 ribbon mic.
The kick, snare, and all the toms are running through the Chameleon Labs 7602, with the kick and floor tom getting a little bit of EQ. The sub-kick, bottom snare, hi-hats, overheads, and room mic are all running through the Millennia HV3D, with the room mic running through an 1176 LN getting crushed. Now let's hear Bennie throw it down. We'd like to thank Bennie Rodgers for spending some time with us today, laying down some seriously badass grooves and fills. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Now remember to go to fullondrums.com where you can download the full band with multi-track audio files of everything you've just heard, including past episodes, interviews, articles, news, and reviews from around the drumosphere. So until next time, keep it on 10.